Hey fam, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Robert Anton here, robertantonnyc.com, bringing you your No Frills American Idol commentary from a singer. Yes, sir. So this is the top 9 performing, and they were performing songs from their idols. And they were also doing trios. When we started out, Jordan Sparks was in the audience. I just actually happened to see her when they were calling out the idols to actually come out on stage. Then they had Tommy Hilfiger segment with the kids trying on clothes to create their own look. Ryan gave a reference to the Hunger Games, which I saw yesterday. He said, and may the odds be ever in your favor. And the show is the movie I wanted to go see because so many people were talking about it on YouTube and so many people were making spoofs and comedy around it that I wanted to see it. I didn't read the books, but I enjoyed the movie so much. Go out and see it, people. It really lives up to the hype. Stevie Nicks was helping mentor tonight, and I think she did a wonderful job. She had some good advice for the contestants and some little things that she changed or had helped them to change that really brought out better performances in them. And they showed footage of Stevie and Jimmy in the studio and performing in the 70s. So let's get right into the commentary. Colton Dixon did everything by LifeHouse, and they called him the third dark horse in the coaching section. I thought this was one of his best and most personal performances. But the problem I see in doing a worship song, he did a worship song, is that it can become very internal. And it's between me and you, not me and you, but me and you. But I thought he kept a lot of that. He started to get a little emotional and everything, but I think he still brought the performance and he really got it across. So I thought he did a really good job. I didn't think it became too internal. Like J-Lo said, he kept his composure and control, because oftentimes when you're doing a worship song, you get to cry and the notes go off, you get emotional and everything. And he did keep his composure and his control. Randy said he's looking at a contender for the title. Skylar Laine did Gunpowder and Lace by Miranda Lambert. Stevie Nicks told her to remember she's telling a story. Always good advice when you're performing, when you're singing, when you're doing any song. And they always talk about country, you're telling a story, but every song written is written with some type of story in mind, something that's going on. Even if it's just a party jam, shake your hips and let's dance and we're at the club, you can still find that there is a story in there, something that is going on. So every song you are telling a story. I wrote, she is just a bundle of energy. She was just doing her thing and it's not overdone. She's just like, you can just feel it, like just ready to erupt, and then she erupts, and then she pulls it back down, and then she erupts again. I just absolutely love her performance. I didn't understand in the beginning some of the words in telling the story, but I thought she brought it all and she started doing a little better as it went along, and she brought it home so well for me. I just really enjoy watching her perform and seeing her do her thing, no matter what type of song she does. So they had 3 duets going on, and they started out with Colton, Elise, and Phillip paying tribute to Fleetwood Mac. And they did a couple of songs. Colton started out the solos first, sitting down singing, and I thought he did nicely. The others came to sit next to him, and they brought in some harmony, and then they picked it up a little bit, and Elise sang Edge of 17. Then Phillip led Don't Stop. It was a pretty good, I think it's for the tour, so I thought it was pretty good. And if you haven't done so already, make sure to thumb this video up. Thumb it up, thumb it up, thumb it up. I need your thumbs up. Heejun did a song for you, Donny Hathaway. And I got serious goosebumps during this performance. His tone and his placements are just so naturally beautiful. When he just allows it to just, it's just beautiful. He still cut some things off. He has a tendency to chop off the ends of words and things there, but it was so heartfelt, and I think he showed everybody tonight, I think he showed that he does have the talent, and the judges were saying, you do deserve to be here, because I think last week he really felt like he should have been cut, but he deserves to be here. He's got great talent. I think some training, and some performance skills, some diction training, as well as some vocal training. This boy is going to be something. He's something special. The judges gave him the first standing ovation of the night. So they called up Jason DeRulo. He came on stage, and they're going to do the Coke songwriting thing again, but this year they're going to do it with Jason DeRulo. And he came on stage, and he had on this neck brace, and it had all these jewels and stuff on it, right? So And Ryan said, well, is that just, like just, and he was like, no, I got hurt, and all that, but he got this bedazzled neck brace he had on. And you can go to AmericanIdol.com to find out about the Coke Challenge, the thing that they're doing. I ain't gonna talk about all that stuff. Next up, Hollie Cavanagh did Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood, and Stevie told her a great thing. She said it doesn't matter about her big voice. She has that voice. It matters about the heart that she brings to it, the story that she tells, the way she touches people. And she also shared with her that her mom died 3 weeks ago. And I think that kind of touched Hailey and brought out this emotion in this song that she was supposed to be presenting. She had a few rocky moments, especially in the beginning and with her transition into her head voice at one point. But overall, it was a touching performance, and I thought that she really connected well to the song and to the audience. Steven Tyler said he wished she would have sang a different song. He didn't think that it was a good song for her because it didn't show enough of her range. DeAndre Brackensick was up next. He did Sometimes I Cry, Eric Benet. And Stevie had him slow the song down so he could get through his runs. There's many jokes there, and I'm not even going. He had the runs. He was very comfortable on stage. I really loved it. He even came out and the mic stand was laying down and he kicked it up with his leg, picked it up, put the mic in there. Just very comfortable. Did not miss a beat or a note. But he was back up in that only falsetto thing that I'm not crazy about. He hit a lot of good high notes and really did a lot of good stuff up there. But I think that's part of the reason that America wasn't voting really for him in the first place. So I don't see why. But yeah, but that's what he did. I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great. He got the second standing ovation of the night. And Steven Tyler said that he was giving Prince a run for his money. Jessica Sanchez was up next, and she did Sweet Dreams by Beyonce, naturally. And she played to her strength on this one. She took it very slow. She really played with the runs and did the emotional thing. She hit all the right notes and changed some little things. I thought it was very pretty. I thought it was very insightful in the song. She tried to tell a little story there of her own. I liked her melodic changes, and her riffs were solid. But she almost tripped up going out the door, and I just thought just a little funny. She was just so much into it. She wasn't really watching where she was going. But I liked the set and everything, her costume. I really enjoyed this performance, if you can't tell. Another solid performance from Jessica Sanchez. Randy said she's one of the best singers he's heard in many years. But they didn't give her a standing ovation. They doled out some standing ovations tonight, but they did not give her a standing ovation this night. I wonder why. They had the second trio of the night with DeAndre, Heejun, and Joshua doing MJ. A little Michael Jackson for you. They started out with Lady in My Life, Into Rock With You. Heejun was messing up the choreography, and he was trying his best not to be silly, but he was being silly. Then Joshua moonwalked into PYT. The vocals were spotty here and there, especially with the mics. They were moving a lot, so they weren't really keeping it steady and singing into the mic. But it came off pretty well. I think it needed some work if they're going to do it on tour, but, it came off pretty well for me. It was very entertaining. Ryan called them Three Direction, and Three Direction ended up trending on Twitter because the One Directioners jumped in and started talking about it, and they didn't know what was going on. They just saw Direction and they jumped on it. Next up, Phillips did Still Raining by Johnny Lang. And let me tell you, I don't even know if I should just stop even talking about Phillips because it seems like I say the same thing about him every single week because he seems to me to do the same exact thing every single week. I will say what I wrote. I actually liked how he started out with the kind of playfulness and he was vibing. He was in the pocket doing his little thing, But as he always does, he got into the really tense, fierce growl and ended it like that. I wrote a manic intensity. And I was just like, every single week, the exact same thing. The judges gave him the third standing ovation of the night. Tyler said there's something in his body trying to climb out. And I wrote, is it like in Cocoon? And the judges were gushing over him. Stevie Nicks also said he's going to be a big star. And she thought he was very cute. Break. Next up, Joshua Ledet did Without You by Mariah Carey. He sang the spit out of this song, people. He got the fourth standing ovation of the night from the judges. I like how he built the song and how the music dropped out at one point to let him do his little growl. He didn't have to really, he just, and did it and then kept on going. At the end, he got really emotional. He almost didn't finish the song, but he just kind of stopped, took a little breath, and then finished out. I thought he had a really good emotional connection to it. Naturally, he was really touched by it. And, you know, this is the songs of their idols. So I can see many of them did get very emotional about the songs they were doing by the artists that they love so much. J-Lo called him an angel from heaven. He just did his thing, and I really enjoyed it. Hollie, Skylar, and Jessica did the last trio of the night. They did McDonough. They started out with Jessica up on the steps, starting out the slow part of Like a Prayer. Then Hollie came in with the tempo, and Skylar got a little bit on it. She got to get on it a little bit. I did a little solo. Then they went into Borderline with Hollie doing the lead, and I liked her on this. I really did. I don't know what it was, but it was just laid back. It was pretty. It was very nice, and she sang it very well. Just no over singing, no trying to do anything big. She just let it flow, and I really liked her voice in this. Skylar led Express Yourself with her little country tang, and I really liked that. And the girls two-stepped in this song with the horn section, which was on stage, and they did girl horn, trumpets. They had trumpets, right? And yeah, I enjoyed it. They did better on the choreography than the guys I wrote. And it was just really sassy and cute. Last up, Elise Testone did Whole Lotta Love by Led Zeppelin. Now, she had done this song before with her band, which you could almost, I don't know if you could tell, but she was just very, very comfortable with it. You know, she knew what was going on. She knew where the hits were. She knew what she was going to do with it. And it showed. She brought star quality to this performance. I'll say in the session, she got to jam with Stevie Nicks, and Stevie Nicks said I would hire her if I needed somebody to sing with. They gave her the full treatment in the performance on this, though. They had the camera going in and out, and, you know, these quick cuts back and forth, and, you know, just really giving her that rock star look to the whole performance. A lot of long shots and then close shots, just really quickly. I thought she actually sounded so good vocally on it. The rasp in her voice really really gave a lot to this rock song that has this natural angst and to it. But she didn't hit it too hard for me. I thought that she really laid in there and just did the song justice. I loved at the end how she led the band. Like, you know, it was like they had finished and the crowd started clapping and stuff, and then she brought in this piece and that piece, and, you know, did the whole thing, just leading the band and doing all the cutoffs. I really enjoyed that. She got the 5th standing ovation of the night by the judges, and of course the audience were on their feet. I just thought it was a really good show. So many standing ovations. I don't think they planned that one out ahead of time. The kids were the contestants were just in there. They were doing their thing. They were in their element. They were really loving the music that they were doing, and it showed. What did you guys think? Did you think it was sleepy? Did you think it was up? Did you really enjoy it? I enjoyed it, as you can see. Tomorrow night, for the results show, Nicki Minaj and Scotty McCreery will be performing. This is Robert Anton, robertantonnyc.com. I'm out.